Troy Meyer returned for his 7th game on Jeopardy! He won his 6-day total of $214,801, the highest 6-day total since James Holzhauer. Ken Jennings' instruction was, "Welcome to Jeopardy! Our champion Troy Meyer survived another close game yesterday, taking a narrow lead into Final Jeopardy with him. But luckily, Troy has been a very strong player in that 3rd round of play. He's responded correctly to all but one of the Final Jeopardy clues during his streak. Let's find out today if he'll survive and wrap up the week as a 7-game winner, or if Jake or D will be heading into February as a Jeopardy champion." Usually defined as a divided skirt, this French-named garment was worn by 1930s women cyclists. The answer was culottes. One of the French terms I don't know. I think it's pronounced culottes. The next question selected also happened to contain a French word. Legume, like beans and peanuts, help fix this element soil, making it more productive. The answer was nitrogen. Legume is also vegetables in French. As its name suggests, it's a layer of soil that remains frozen year-round. The answer was permafrost, which also came up on Meyer, which is 23rd game.
That's right, you're back out of the hole. Senator 10, please.
Jake said Senator's 10. There was even a second of silence before the clue appeared on screen, which I can only assume was because of the confusion.
Yes. Fairy Tales 10. For 1,000? Yep. The Grimms had this animal eat 6 baby goats.
Jake later said, Fairy Tales 10. Ken had to ask, for 1,000? To which Jake answered, yep. The funny thing is I really didn't notice Matt saying what's when the answer was a person or anything like that. Jake saying 10, as in 1,000. The Grimms had this animal eat 6 baby goats, then get sliced open as it slept, with the meal still alive within. D buzzed and answered, who is the big bad wolf, which is incorrect. Then when no one else buzzed in, the answer was just wolf, as Ken clarified. We don't need to know anything about his size or ethics. The audience laughed. Why do stranger things keep coming up? Dee's in an a cappella group, which she mostly uses to learn Hebrew and Yiddish. A lot of music anecdotes in the run of Troy Meyer. Dee got the first daily double, risked 1,000, unfortunately answered wrong, and went down to negative $800. Briar Rose is the Grimm brothers' name for Sleeping Beauty. The Disney film also gave her this bright name. The answer was Aurora, which was also the answer to the Final Jeopardy question on Meyer, which is 13th game. In fact, that's the whole reason I knew it, because I previously didn't know that Sleeping Beauty had a name. The bright name refers to Aurora being the Roman goddess of the dawn. Playing doctor, Matt Smith let us know this red hat that was popular in Turkey in the 1920s was also cool with time travelers. The answer is, what is a fez? I don't wear hats, so I don't mind the fez hat. Troy ended the first round in his score going down to $4,800. D was in 3rd place at $1,000, and Jake was in lead at $5,800. Both Troy and D's score add up to Jake's score. This word originally referred to a bride's clothing, linens, and accessories that she gathered before her wedding. The answer was a trousseau, another French term I didn't know. Born in 1860 in the Midwest, boy orator of the Platts. The answer is William Jennings Bryan. I was going to make some comment about the Scopes trial. The next question asked about Darwin, whose theory of evolution is the reason the Scopes trial took place. So just like the last round, 2 questions in a row that otherwise had nothing to do with each other happened to come together. You know what I mean? Also, D. Williams, Ken Jennings, William Jennings Bryan. Namesake. Jake was in a streak of right answers and ran the country songs category. D got the second daily double in Double Jeopardy, wagered $2,000, got it right. Now it's $2,600. Troy took the lead. This South American nation, whose name means land of waters, was visited by Walter Raleigh in 1595, looking for El Dorado. The answer was Guyana, which was one of the aspects of Queen Elizabeth's reign when I didn't know. Jake got the second daily double in Double Jeopardy, wagered $10,000, got it right. Now it's $26,600. One of Canada's oldest cities, it's called the Gibraltar of America because its huge citadel overlooks the St. Lawrence River. The answer was Quebec. I obviously added this because of Canada. Gibraltar was the answer when Terry O'Shea won the 2014 college championship, both of which caught my attention. Troy ended Double Jeopardy winning $15,600. D was in 3rd place at $6,600, and Jake was in the lead at $27,800. That's usually what Troy scores. The one time Troy didn't get any of the daily doubles. The Final Jeopardy category was World Cinema. The question was, the 2007 biopic called La Mum in France, Meeting the Kid, was released in the US under this other French title. Single, double, and Final Jeopardy consisted of French answers I didn't know. The answer was La Vie en Rose. None of the contestants answered correctly. Troy went all in. He kinda had to. He unfortunately went down to 0. Jake risked $5,003, taking his score down to $22,797 and win the game. I guess Troy's not the next super champion. I was so sure he would be. Unlike previous super champions, Troy couldn't survive a third scare in a row. The one time Ken also mentioned that up until this point, Troy got Final Jeopardy correct except one time. Now I do have more to say about this, so tune in for part 2, where I go over the aftermath of Troy Meyer's loss. And as always, thank you for watching.